Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 2, hopefully, of this wonderful series that we're going through. In this last episode, as you recall, we built the frame of this house and we're starting to figure out exactly what we're going to do with the interior. I've been playing around with stuff. I'm not exactly happy with everything. Pretty rough, but I thought bring you in down here to see what we've completed. So this area looks, a lot better, a little bit nicer. And something this will be fun for later is that this goes right outside. Also, did you have a lead? Oh my good sir. Anyways, wonderful distraction for now. Woo, that was close. I definitely actually want to utilize the fact that it's so close to the outside later. But for now, just so you guys can see this area, obviously I haven't organized stuff, but I'm having, the plans of all the glass here, the dyes here, kind of mob drops. Still figuring out all of this, how to set up, but I linked them all up into the central system here. So for example, I mean, this might mess up a few things, but that's okay. That's okay. If I have some things from, actually, I need to put that back in. If I have just different things of all different kinds here, and I'm coming back from a mining trip, and even if some of them are in my inventory, and I just right-click this, then they all automatically go into the systems all around here. Now, the bad part about that was I needed some of those systems, but super easy to do. Basically, there's these blocks I put in, and they are the oak trims, or I guess just any trim block, and you connect them to the bottom of this, so it's touching the bottom of this here, and as long as it's touching part of the system, then it'll connect to it. So I have 4 lines going underneath here. Do I have 4 lines? I do have 4 lines, yes. So I have one going to this panel here. Wow, now that I think about it, that was silly. I think because, if I remember correctly, I did put an oak trim in this corner, so I shouldn't have needed to. But either way, I put one to this panel, and then back of these 2 and here as well. So we've got everything hooked up to the center console here. It's just a nice way to kind of organize stuff really early on in the game. I mean, I am obviously not very far along, but still have, a decent system here. But I also just realized, oh my word, how could I have ever dreamed of this? So sorry you had to witness that. But anyways, this side is what I've wanted to start working on, and that's both a sugarcane and bamboo farm. So I've pulled out the areas, and I think actually what I could do now with you guys here is to kind of get the system in place for this so that you can actually see how this is going to work. It's a super simple design, something that you will have seen, and so after fiddling around for a while and realizing that things were just not going to work how I intended, we are going to kind of, oopsie, mess that up. We're going to have to figure this out a little bit of a different way. So I ended up just looking up a video on a minecart unloader, and I will drop that in the description. But yeah, really, I was hoping it would work differently, just kind of running it over the hopper, because something I found out, which I don't know if, I'm assuming this is probably common knowledge now, but you can open chests over shelves, even if they're completely over. They're similar to a like a slab or a stair, where they're not considered full blocks, so you can open them inside. Pretty simple thing going on here. It's just a comparator that's checking to see if this is powered or not, and then that is then powering a wonderful redstone torch here, which is then powering this block, which then goes back all the way to here. So what this means is that this will continually run, and we'll go up here and just run back and forth. But I'm also stuck in here, I just realized. That's fun. So unless something is in there. So let's try it out. Let's try breaking all of this. Now, obviously, some of it won't land quite yet, just because I haven't quite set up all the filters for it. But if we were to drop everything here, they'll should get picked up in a second. There they go. They're getting picked up, and everything is getting dropped off into here just as intended. It is done enough that it will work. Every once in a while, you'll have some little things like that where it won't be picked up. But already, just in the time we've gotten here, there's over 30 bamboo. So I'm not too worried about this having little inefficiencies. So, you know, it's totally okay. In a real perfect world, we'd have it go into ice and flow down and all this great stuff, but these are our kind of starter base little farm stuff that we need. So, and again, we don't actually even need all this, but you know, we'll take it. We will take the passive sugar cane stuff. So that's the farms all figured out. So on to our next piece of agenda. Or next, that made no sense. On to the next thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to pull you back in for a very exciting thing. We finally have level 30 enchantments. And the first one is Fortune 3. We've got to go for it. All right. Predictions in the comments. If you think it's anything else but Fortune 3, I'm hoping for Fortune 3 and efficiency. At least. Hopefully I'm breaking 3. And hey, I'm breaking 3. I will take it. As a first pick, that is not too shabby. This is going to be for all my mining, for my diamonds and ores and all of that wonderful, beautiful stuff. I need to get... I don't know if we'll do it this episode. I don't think so. I think we got a little too much on our plate, but we need to get villagers in here so we can get mending as well, because I don't want to have to grind for mending all over again. But we'll see. We might combine it with another pickaxe, but I kind of feel like this is fun. You know, it's our very first diamond pick. That feels pretty special. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But that was a great first enchantment, and we have enough levels for a few more as well if we want to do that. We are going to go down back into the mines one last time. Okay, not one last time. That's such a lie. But we're going to go back down to the mines and collect all the diamonds we can with our Fortune 3 pick. Or maybe not all of them, but enough to create a full set, and then we can enchant that set, and we can be more equipped for taking on the Nether, which obviously, as you would imagine, I have been to the Nether to get quartz, but that's been an entirety like of 50 blocks away from where I've started. So, nothing much. Mother Teresa. Please. Wow. That's tough. I am not mentally equipped for this by any means, but we're going to... Oh, you are stuck in the wall. That is hilarious. Thank you very much. We're going to do our best to become equipped so we can actually take the Nether on, go to some Nether fortresses, and eventually, hopefully... Oh, no. No! No! My iron! Oh, that revealed a lot more iron. You know what? I'll take it. Does it actually work on... Okay, so I have 5. 8. Okay, so it does. Just making sure. I know probably everyone is screaming like, you didn't know that. But no, it's times have been rough on my brain. My brain don't work like it used to anymore, but we're getting there. Anyways, I'm gonna keep mining, and I'll see you guys on the other side. While there definitely was a lot more mining I could have done, I did not want to risk losing stuff, because let's just say that is probably the best mining trip I've ever had in Minecraft ever, at least in terms of diamonds. That was incredible, and it was only maybe 15-20 minutes at most. It's just there's so much exposed in those massive open caverns, and with Fortune 3, that is brutal. That is ruthless. So we definitely have enough for armor now. We've got some redstone now to kind of build back up what we used before, and some iron that we need to smelt, and some great gold as well. So this is incredible. Let's just throw everything in that we can. Which again, I'm loving this. I'm loving this system. We do eventually need to figure out a better storage, because I think we're gonna run out of a lot of space. There's a lot more items than there are slots in this game, so we're gonna have to see. But for now, actually, that's not going there. That'll go there. For now, let's cook some things up, and let's get some armor that is worthy of taking on the Nether. And with that, we have just crafted up the last bit of our wonderful diamond set here. Oh, this is gonna be nice. We'll also need to get some other diamond tools and equipment, which actually while we're here, we'll get ourselves a diamond axe. The more that I'm actually realizing, though, swords really are a lot better for single player stuff, because I'm not doing PvP, but I'm just so used to using an axe, and the utility I find is just incredible. So we're gonna stick with that for now and get ourselves a bunch of lapis and enchant these things up and see what we can get here. So starting off, breaking. That is not exactly what we want to see, but for an axe, hey, that's okay. That's okay. That'll be a great workhorse of an axe. Fire protection, not feeling that really, but I am going to the nether, so maybe we'll get that on the leggings. Oh, that's a... Bruh. Wow, that was a rookie mistake. Protection 4. Thorn. Oh, my word. That is the chest plate we want. We need... Oh, I don't even have the levels for it. Well, then we will be back when we have more levels to actually upgrade that stuff. For now, we're gonna keep this in here. We're actually gonna keep axe in there as well. Oh man, that's so disappointing. Oh, all right, let's get some more levels. Something that we will do. Oh, mamma mia! Why are you here? Go away. Thank you. Something that we're gonna do. Wow, what a way to start this segment. Something that we're gonna do is a while ago, we found... Huh, I'm just gonna run. No, never mind. You're like on no health, right? Come on. There you go. Is we found ourselves a skeleton spawner somewhere over here, I thought. Hopefully it's still here. Hello? Skeleton spawner. Well, anyways, it's somewhere over here. I think it probably is pretty far down this way. Chainmail. Nice. That's attractive on you, I guess. And we are going to make that into our first little XP farm here. I'm pretty sure it's over here because I put a ton of torches. Yes, it is. All right. So at the time, I just put another chest here because there's 2 in here. I just put them together. No. Oh, my word. I thought that was going to break the spawner. So I actually have... Well, okay. Let me just clear this out, secure the area, and then we'll talk. So, a few things. First thing, as we're clearing this out. So my idea is either to use dripstone or a bubble elevator to drop them off. So kind of a combination of both. But as I'm sitting here, I found some diamonds. So this is just terrific. I need to do work like this more often. Do random digging around the walls because, wow, this is incredible. Can't complain about that, that's for sure. But anyways, I'm thinking of using dripstone a little bit just so I don't have to push them up as high. Or alternatively, or I guess not alternatively, but what we could do, which I think makes a little bit more sense, is to just not do a bubble elevator for them and just have kind of the water push them in and drop onto a dripstone, and then just try to calculate exactly how far they need to be to survive that fall. The one thing is with that, well, actually, I guess that wouldn't be too much of an issue. I can put in a hopper minecart later for that. But I also didn't bring down any hoppers or any redstone and stuff like that. So we're going to do this a little bit old school and a little bit not as efficient as you would want. But let's dig this thing out and let's figure it out. So I have been hard at work, actually. Let's do this first. I've been hard at work trying to get levels up, as you can see here. And we'll get to that in a second. But I think it's only proper. I'm trying to remember which one I did already. I am ready to now enchant this. Now, I want to really make sure it's getting, the best enchantment possible. So if it's not great, then I'm kind of just... shoot, this is awful. All of them are awful. Because I don't want blast protection. I want feather falling and not ban of arthropods. I'll tell you that. So let's just do the power book. Fire protection again. Smite. Wow, these are awful. We might have to combine some stuff here. Blast protection is not the worst in the world, but it is not what I'm looking forward to. Aqua affinity, that'll be very nice to put in the helmet. Feather falling 2 for a level 1 is insane. Unbreaking 3, you know what? We're just gonna go for it. That's really awful. Wow, that is shockingly awful. Oh man. Well, we're gonna put this back for now, and all of our wonderful books. And because we need more levels anyways to get ourselves able to enchant, we're going to talk about this wonderful thing here that we've been building. As you can see, I've been going through cows a lot, killing them off, or liberating them from their bodies, we'll say, and then putting them and then breeding them up, which has been great. But what we've been really doing for a while is this wonderful project, which is the wonderful skeleton farm. Now, this is not at all efficient in the slightest. So like I said, we're going to be trying out stuff that maybe not is the most efficient, but is enjoyable. So, I cleared out this room here. It's all dark. They flow in there. They drop down, and then they go over, up a water bubble elevator, and then over to the side and drop down onto this dripstone. So, the thing that I don't have, that was not very kind. Thank you. The thing that I don't have is I don't have an ice block up there. So from what I've been able to see and check, it seems as though at least anywhere from 2 to 4 will kind of get stuck up there. So, but once those 4 kind of get out, then you have them drop onto here, and I can always just punch them and get a wonderful bit of XP from them. But I've been using this sword, obviously, and kind of just been sitting here, either reading, listening to stuff, talking to people on the phone, whatever it might be. And then once they're kind of all stacked up, then clearing them out. So as you can see, that first one, only 1 came through because I'm guessing 2 are stuck up there in this thing. So I need to get ice. I really do. But that's going to have to be a trek for another day. But that's this wonderful spawner thing here. And through it, as you can see, I've been doing this for quite a while. I've been putting the bows together to get full bows just because I want to enchant one soon. But I thought if worst case scenario, got some great ones here that I can kind of put together, or okay ones, I can put together with an anvil. So we're gonna work on that. And obviously the not great thing with the dripstone is sometimes items will get stuck on top. But you know, we make the most out of it. And if they have armor, they're sadly not 1 hit, but you know, honestly, can't complain about this. So I'm gonna do this a little bit longer. I'm gonna get more levels again, just so we can enchant a lot more stuff. And then hopefully at that point, we will be able to have a full enchanted set, and we can finish up our last little projects before going on to the next important thing. But before we go, I will eventually replace this with tinted glass. Don't worry, I just haven't found any amethysts yet, but we'll get there. But that'll be for later. A few levels later, and I realized, first of all, wow, that farm is inefficient. Or that spawner. It is tough. I am only now at 35 levels. But that is okay. We are going to try our best to... Actually, I'm going to probably need to get a few more books here. So we are going to try our best to get... I don't know how much paper we have. That was nearly perfect. So we're just gonna... There, 6 books. We are going to try our luck now on our last little bit. I mean, we still need to get another pick for Silk Touch. But for now, Protection 3 is okay. I'm Breaking 3 again. Okay. Lunge is interesting. That is very interesting. And honestly, I forgot. We need to get rid of this terrible enchantment and see what this has. Bane of Arthropods is what you're telling me I am worthwhile. That is tough. Protection 3. All right, what does this have? Unbreaking 3. You know what? We're going for it. Woo! I am getting the worst of the worst. Sharpness 4. Sweet. There we go. There we go. That is the sword we need. Sharpness 4. Sweeping edge 3. Knockback 2. Only thing that would have made that better is fire aspect. I am loving that. Still nothing there on the boots, but you know what? We're gonna take it. Unbreaking 3 is pretty terrible. We do have feather falling 2 and efficiency 4, which I mean, we might as well put it on there. And this will be great. This will be our first anvil that we're gonna make together. So we are going to pick up a bunch of iron. There's our 3 blocks. And actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do 1 more block. just so we can have blocks in there now, because we're totally going to be balling with iron eventually. I hope. Otherwise, that's really terrible and awkward. But again, none of this stuff will be super permanent. I'm thinking of hopefully. Oh, I actually don't mind this being out in the open. So instead, we're gonna lift you up, put you there. Anyways, like I was saying, we're eventually going to move into something more organized for this enchanting setup. And then also anvils we'll probably still put there, but we'll see. And there is our beautiful pick. Unbreaking 3, efficiency 4, fortune 3. Now we need mending on that puppy. And we need to figure out what in the world we're going to do with unbreaking this bow. It is pretty tragic. I mean, we could get to power 2, but honestly, let's just make this into a book now, a power 2 book. That's just tragic. Oh, man. But we can put on Aqua Affinity now since we're here. That's a great piece of armor as well. This is an okay axe. You know, it's a good tool. Great sword. This is honestly the happiest so far. Pretty decent. Great chest plate. Pretty trash legs. And then nothing on our feet. So, which honestly, we might just use the golden boots when we're going to the nether. But that's neither here nor there for now. So, we need to move on. Well, do we need to move on yet? We'll see. You know what? We need to move on eventually. I'll finish doing the grinding off, and we'll kind of just come back to the enchantments in a second. And with that, we have our wonderful 41 levels, which means we can enchant the things that we need to enchant, and possibly re-roll some of this stuff as well. Such as these pants and bow. But that's obviously not our first priority. So I think between episodes, I'll probably do things like find more wool so I can actually get a second bed here. Try to complete this place a little bit more in the interior. We'll see how that goes. My skills are not exquisite, but we'll get there. And get very ready for taking on the nether and eventually the end as well. And if we can do that, that is going to be a huge help moving on to our later half of this series. I say later half. We're definitely going to have a lot more. Oh my word, there's a ton of mobs there. Anyways, we're going to have a lot of great stuff once we have our Lytro with us and shulker boxes and all that jazz. So with that, thank you all so much for sticking around if you're here still. And really appreciate the support on this series. It's a fun, kind of relaxing one for me to do. So I've been thoroughly enjoying it. But let me know your guys' thoughts, what you guys want to see, and if you guys can guess yet, what game is inspiring us for this series. Again, I haven't given away much yet, but maybe in the next 2 or 3 episodes, you'll start to get a little bit of a better feel for it. But for now, love you all, and I will see you next time.